Hey guys, it's Friday the 20th of August. I promised you I would get you a video from what I got out of this new site, which is called Two Forks. Don't know when I'm going to be able to get back up in there. We had about 8 inches of rain the other day, maybe 9, and the creek completely out of its bank, and things are going to look a little different up there. I know when I can get back in there. I got one site today, the fish dam site I might be able to go to today and at least walk the gravel bar. But I'm going to start off with a couple of the things I found here. This is going to be kind of at the start, a little bit more of an informational kind of a video. Found this piece of pottery on the second dam up into Two Forks. This is a really old piece of pottery. This clay was pressed into a basket. You can see the basket design. This is a cross weave basket. And what they would do is they would press that clay into these baskets that they would make out of grass. And anyway, they would then place them in the fire and then burn the actual basket away, and then they would end up with a pot. But this is a very old piece. This technology, which is a fiber tempered type pottery, came out of what they call the Stallings culture, which is about 150 miles from here on the near Augusta, Georgia, actually, on the Savannah River drainage. They existed down there 3,000 to 4,000 years ago, and this is the oldest known pottery known in North America, coming out of that culture. And that technology came up through here very quickly. Again, it's only about 150 miles away. The Savannah River drainage starts about 8 miles from here, actually, from my house. But that's a really nice piece, good size. Mistook it for a piece of bark to start with, and I just didn't even bother to pick it up. But anyway, I went back and kind of just grabbed it, and I said, well, it's not bark. You know right away. But anyway, you can see the designs in this thing. Like I say, it's a cross-woven basket, and a very old piece of pottery, thin. And what they would do, these are the types of tools that they would use to press that clay into a woven basket. And these are types of trowels, and they would work the inside of these baskets using these type of tools to press that clay into the inner lining of the basket. There's just kind of different styles of a crescent shape. Piece. You can see where they're kind of worn on the edges. And they would just work that clay into the basket on the inside. Another different kind of style of one here. And I call these pottery trowels. I actually had a friend, I couldn't figure out what these were used for, and a friend of mine told me that that's what these were, and I think he's correct. Found another piece here. This is really interesting. I've got it upside down. That's actually a face. This has been scribed into clay, and I don't know if that was a part of a piece of pottery, or a pot, excuse me, or actually some kind of medallion. This is not as old. It's a lot thicker. It's got 2 different types of materials in the clay. Not so much fiber. Got more of a quartz, ground quartz in it. But you can see the face in this thing. And they would use little scribes to do this kind of work. Either a stick, a sharp stick, or I've actually got some stone scribes that they would use to put these designs in. But that's a really interesting piece. You see the eyes up here and the nose, and it's a little bit worn. But anyway, I thought you guys would be interested in seeing that. I find a fair amount of these type of pieces too. I have no idea. You see the pecking work up there and all the darkening, what they use these for. Just kind of a common design. But I don't know what they were used for. But I find quite a few of these. I don't even think I've shown any of these in a video. But you can see all the pecking work that when they formed this thing on the back side here into this shape. Anybody got any ideas on this shape and why? Like I said, it's fairly common to find these shapes in the river. Let me know. The big long piece here, it's got really nice garnets in it. It's polished off all around the edges. Got a little dimple on the end. You see that in a lot of my tools. One of the things I noticed on this piece, it's really worn right here. Could have been used as a type of pestle. Particularly on that end there, it's just a lot of wear right there. It's birdstone. See the pecking mark between the head and the neck. Very common on this type of tool / effigy, I would say. Come on, focus. I don't know about this new phone. The type of tool. Probably a grinding tool of some kind. Pretty good material, quartzite, I think. The head, body, and tail back in here. That pecking line, I've got quite a few that are just like this. It's a grooved out stone here. This is quartz. I don't know if they used these, probably use it for sharpening something, points or blades. I've got several like this. This is a piece I picked up in the video. I'm going the first time going up into the Two Forks area. Not real sure what this is. It's a work piece. First I thought it might be a type of an axe, but I don't think so. Maybe some kind of prep plate. Just use it to crush nuts on the surface. One of the first things I found here, it's a turtle effigy on this grinder. It's a layer of quartz. Neat piece. put some work into this thing. It's the body and then neck and head. Turtles were a pretty good part of their diet. No turtle got by without putting on the griddle. This is another kind of interesting piece here. It's just like a sanding block. It's been grooved out on both ends. It's a real coarse granite. Would have held this piece like that. Just use it to sand off whatever they needed. Perfect rectangle. This is a little palm grinder. Several different types of material in it. This has all been worked down here to clear your hands. It would have been held like that. So say your hands, your fingers be cleared. It's your grinding surface. Pretty cool little piece. This gets in some bigger pieces here. Really big grinder here. Trying to get these bigger grinders out of the creek. They don't fare well with these kind of floods like we had here just recently. They get beat up, and some of the smaller stuff, it sinks into the sand and all. But these big ones, they stay on the surface and they get beat up. But it's a nice big grinding stone there. See the pecking work on it. Darkening up there. That's where one of your finger would be, or a couple fingers there on the side. Polished and packed and polished into shape. This is a big one. It probably weighs 5 or 6 pounds. Here's one that's shaped like a loaf of bread. This was right up on the surface. This one's probably 4 or 5 pounds. Pecked out in the back, it's polished on the sides, front and back. Another one here, it's really been notched out all around the sides. Somebody really tried to make this piece comfortable. Polished. What's your grinding surface there? It was darkening. That's where your fingers were. Cool piece. And this thing is like this is all cupped out right here. This is a real interesting piece. It's been polished all the way around the stone. I think this is either chert or marble on the top here, the layer on the top. I feel like you can hold it right here. It's almost like a portable mortar. It's been all cupped out right in there. You can see it. Just grind food items or whatever in there. All been polished on the whole stone all the way around. Neat piece. Anyway, that's just some of the things that I got out of the Two Forks area, and I've got some more things. I just couldn't fit them in the video right now, but anyway, guys, I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll get back up in that Two Forks here before too long, and hopefully if it doesn't rain anymore, I can get in there and see what we got. And I know it's going to be changing around a bit, but anyway, guys, I appreciate you again, always tuning in and support my channel, and we'll get you some more stuff to look at. Hope you're doing well.